Sup, John here. It's Sunday, June 21st, and it's raining. Just perfect weather to demonstrate my new roof. My brand new roof just been finished, and I'm so happy that it's done because it's been raining like a week straight. Putting my new roof to test. I'm really glad that it is not leaking anymore because the weather has been bad for past few weeks. Every time it's been raining, I drove to the house, kept checking for leaks. When I was straightening and leveling those roof battens or laths, whatever you want to call it, I messed up the felt at a number of places where I pulled out a screw and I needed to screw it back in. I usually didn't hit the same hole, and the roof's been leaking at multiple places. So every time it's been raining, I had this kind of anxiety and panic that I have to drive back to the house and double check if I don't have any leaks, because every time it's been raining, it's been leaking at different spots. I used all my old lunch boxes that I didn't throw away as I should. So luckily I didn't throw them away, and now I use them as trays for picking up the dripping roof. So hopefully these trays will pick up most of the water, and I'll come back here tonight to just make sure that the roof didn't start leaking elsewhere, and I'll just empty those trays and they should be good to last overnight. Hopefully my floor is safe. Oh man, I need to have that roof done. God damn. So I've been rearranging the buckets and plastic so the water doesn't puddle on my brand new OSB floors, which of course if the OSB boards get wet, they swell and it's ruined. So I wanted to protect my new floors, so after this new roof is installed, I can finally relax and focus on actual work, not only on the leaking roof. So I'm really happy that the roof is finally done. The roofing crew has been able to use a couple of good weather days, like between the big storms, to cover the roof, which I'm really glad, because I'm sure we wouldn't be able to finish the roof right now, and the weather forecast looks even worse. Covering the roof alone took probably only 4 days. 2.5 days took installing the metals around the edges plus the gutters, and the sheet metals covering the entire area took just 2 days. One day one side, next day the other side. So the actual covering took a very short time, but all the preparations before took forever, and I did it myself, leveling and straightening up the battens. I just wanted to make sure that this roof is gonna be nice and straight and square, just like new, and I think I did pretty good job, despite it's been like really killing my feet, my legs in general, my ankles, my knees, crawling up and down the roof. It was just never ending, but eventually I finished all that and the sheet metal has been installed. After about maybe 2 months from start to finish working on the roof is finally done. Weather's been crazy. Simultaneously with the roof, I've been digging around the house, as is obvious. And this has been going on for almost 2 months, and it's not done because these jobs are really weather dependent, and I wasn't able to finish on time before these big storms hit, and this is gonna postpone my progress even longer. As you can see, it all been dug out around the house in order to install asphalt waterproofing that is applied on the walls, but because the walls look like really rough over here, it can't be applied directly to that. So first, what needs to be done, mortar needs to be applied to smooth the surface, so the actual asphalt sheeting can be actually installed on top of that. So this 2-layer of mortar needs to cure and dry, and because of this bad weather, it takes forever, because after it stops raining, I need to let it dry, and before it gets dry, it starts raining again. So I'm like in this cycle where when I can't really finish. And now the weather's been bad for so long. There's been floods in different parts of Czechia. I'm really worried that this water running from my roof can actually undermill my foundation because it's all uncovered. So I'm like really anxious and hoping that my house is not gonna like collapse or whatever. Like I said, it's been almost 2 months that I have this mess around this house, and by this time it all should have been finished. The asphalt sheet layer is actually welded vertically on the wall, which is not a job for one person. I mean, the sheeting is really heavy, and it's a two-person job. One person is holding the thing, the other person is melting the asphalt with the torch. I hired a crew that did a piss poor job that I decided to do it myself. I had a learning curve how to install this by myself. I figured out a system when I'll be able to do it by myself, because I don't want to be hiring any more people, because I spent so much money on this and I can't really afford hiring anyone else. So I decided to finish the rest of the house by myself. This is making me really sad because of the rain. The dirt starts, collapsing back in the hole, and there's an example of that. I have to redig it, let it dry, and finish this side of the house that's already been dug out once, and now it needs to be redone. The same happened on this side. That had to be redug a couple times as well. All these extra jobs are setting me back. Lots of time and money is wasted, but I'm also working underneath the house in the basement, trying to repair all the damaged walls, holes, missing bricks, peeling off stucco in that hole down there. I can't really go down there and show it because the basement is full of water, but basically I'm spending lots of time and money in there as well. I actually hired some people to do that for me. I told them to use cement and sand mixture, apply onto the walls with brush, which turned out to be like really bad solution, because after it started curing, the cement started peeling off. Cement is not really good for wet and salty walls. There's like a chemical reaction involved, when the cement starts reacting with the salts, and it starts peeling off. Because I already spent so much money in the basement on labor and materials, I can't really afford hiring anyone else to do it, so I have to finish the basement myself. Now I decided to spend even more money on a special compound that needs to be applied to wet walls instead of just cement. So simultaneously with this digging around the house, I'm also working underneath the house, and at the same time, when the weather is really bad and I can't do either of those things, I'm working on the inside of the house. So let's go on the inside and do a quick walk through, because I don't have much natural light. I'll be using this DeWalt LED light, just pointing at things. What I've been doing in here, I finished all stairs. This is a triplex, 3 identical apartments. There is 1, there is 2, and there is third one in the back. So it's got 3 separate staircases. So I only had 1 staircase in the middle unit, and I just finished the other 2, and I can finally walk up here. I don't have to go around anymore. And I've been doing some finishing up here for the past couple of days as well. I installed all these skylights, and now the framing needs to be finished around the skylights so the drywall can be installed. That's what I started working on. Alright, so I just wanted to show this. Also, I started installing the vapor barrier in this little attic space. The ceiling is not there yet, but it's like my very next step. I'll be installing this ceiling. So these ceiling joists, these are one of the last framing steps that I have left inside of here, finishing the windows, installing the ceiling, and installing those little walls underneath the windows in all the rooms. So these are my last framing steps, and I can't wait to finally finish the framing. This is gonna be the last video about framing. In the next video, I won't be talking about the framing anymore, I can tell you that. In the next video, I'm gonna be speaking about the final installation, the electrical, plumbing. It's been too much framing for me. So the framing is almost finished. So structurally, the house should be all sound and ready for all the remaining installation, including the I haven't mentioned this before, the ground floor is gonna have floor heating pipes underneath the floor, so there isn't gonna be any radiators or whatever. There isn't any traditional forced air heating or cooling like what it is in America. There is no AC in here, only heating, and the heating is usually done by radiators. And what is more popular in recent years is heating underneath the floors. So that's what I'll be working on here as well. I'm gonna achieve like really nice and clean look without the radiators down here. So this is gonna look really nice and sleek. All right, so let me get out of here and go home to finish this video. Hopefully I covered all the bases I wanted. I know there's been a couple of things I wanted to mention, so I just wanted to show this skylight. This is gonna be open, this entrance foyer. There's gonna be a big chandelier on top. These skylights in the entrance foyer are gonna be motor operated via a remote or smartphone. All right, so this is it for today's update on my triplex house renovation project. I'm gonna edit this video and I'm gonna throw in some time lapse as usual. I finally took my hood off to showcase my new haircut. You know, I've been so busy that I didn't even have time to go to the barber shop until like last week. I finally told myself, you know, I really need to go to the barber because I'm starting to look like a fucking homeless person. So that's how busy I am with this project. I'm constantly working, or if I'm not working, I'm planning what I'm gonna do next day, what supplies I need to purchase. Constantly, you know, trying to coordinate stuff and people, and I have no time at all, you know, be thinking about recording a video or thinking about what I'm actually gonna be talking about in the video. So every time I'm trying to record a video, I have to like readjust my thoughts flow from constantly thinking in my native language. That's another thing, because every time I'm trying to record English video, I have to readjust my thinking to English, because I obviously want to have these videos for a global international audience, not only in Czechia. So I have to totally readjust my thoughts flow when I record a video. You know, I've been working so much that my hands, my carpal tunnels are just killing me, constantly hurting, especially my right wrist. Sometimes my hand gets even swollen at night and I can't really do anything with that hand, not even mentioning working with the computer mice. Another reason why I'm not actually working on these videos so much, because the editing on the computer is just killing my wrist. So today I took a day off to just do this video. I'm gonna, you know, take some time to record it, edit it, and upload it. And it usually takes like a whole day to just do like a few minute video. All right, so that's it for today's update. Hopefully I mentioned everything. Stay tuned for future updates. Hopefully by the next video, the outside, you know, around the house, it's all gonna be cleared out, and hopefully I'll be already installing the facade finish So stay tuned for future videos as this triplex house is gonna finally take some shape. Signing off.
Tell me why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy? Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long. Tell me why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy? Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long, want you. Watch all night, 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 watch all night. Tell me why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy? Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long. Baby, now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long. Give me all your love, baby. Give me all your love, baby. Give me all your love, all your love, all your love. Give me all your love, baby. Give me all your love, baby. Give me all your love, all your love, all your love. All night. Tell me why'd you have to go and drive me so crazy? Now I'm feeling lost without you, and I just can't be without you, baby. Want you all night long, want you all night long.
Take a look at yourself in the mirror. If I'm the worst one, ask anybody else who they prefer. If it comes down to me